Public Relations Society of America defines public relations as a strategic communication process that builds mutually beneficial relationships between organizations and their public. When working as a public relations practitioner, you have many clients and organizations you are promoting in their best light. They are projected to make about $62,000 on average per year, and it will only increase in time. It is said to be often female-dominated, but overall a very diverse field. The United States and China have very different cultures, which is why careers in public relations are different from each other. It is said to be one of the easier career choices in China, and people have a more positive view of it than here in the United States. Also, public relations deeply involves the media, which is regulated by the government in China due to them having a communist system. Therefore, it is more like government propaganda than client-based like in the United States. Again, with the media, many news stations thrive off of public relations releases to put out to the public, but in China, everything is just produced if it is asked at the news reporter's convenience. As slightly touched upon before, people in the United States often view public relations as a negative occupation because they think they spin the truth. This isn't necessarily true, and workers have to decide how to give their perspectives without upsetting the community. This issue explains the value conflict of individual versus community. Sometimes their perspectives can be censored, especially in a country like China, because they don't want it to negatively affect their citizens. Media in the United States isn't as strict with their censorship policies like in China, but there are still some laws that are said to be placed in the better interest of the citizens. But how many restrictions are too much? Should mercy be given, or should the government have control? This remains an ethical issue that is greatly debated on. Since everyone is said to be equal under the First Amendment and has universal human rights, shouldn't all people deserve to hear the truth? This relates to the value conflict, truth versus loyalty, because public relations practitioners have to battle with the choice of remaining loyal to their superior and sticking to what they say to do, or to tell the truth and stick to the facts. However, in this day and age, the media is starting to go completely digital. This leaves the question of to reinvent print media like newspapers and magazines as a short-term goal, or to embrace the change and go all digital as a long-term goal. This is a deeply discussed ethical dilemma that no one can figure out the right answer to. The only thing we do know is that technology keeps developing and isn't going to slow down anytime soon. All four of these issues come across the field of public relations very often. Most of the time, the answers to these problems vary, especially across cultures like China and the United States. Each of these cases can be solved 5 different ways as explained in the book Giving Voice to Values. These ways are questioning, assertion, identifying allies and support for values, research, and negotiation. Overall, public relations is a great field full of countless opportunities to communicate things to the rest of the world.